Hello, my name is Jerek Justus. I am the Senior Director of Business Intelligence here at Blue Moon, and I am here to walk you guys through an overview of our service offering for business intelligence services. First, we'll go through just an outline of what this channel is, what it is not in some cases, what sort of roles we have, and how we structure our services. Then we'll talk a little bit about the platforms that we work with, the tools that we use on a day-to-day basis, and get into some examples of the services that we provide to our customers, internal and external. So let's start by asking, what is business intelligence? And it's helpful for us to consider BI in relation to advanced analytics. They're essentially two sides of the same coin. In business intelligence, we're primarily interested in answering questions like, what happened? Was that performance good or bad? And what needs my attention? What should I focus on? Advanced analytics, on the other side, is more interested in exploring things like, why did that happen? Is it going to happen again? What should I be asking that I haven't thought to ask, but the data tells me is important? Some specific activities that we provide in business intelligence are reporting dashboards and scorecards, some performance monitoring, alerts that drive actions, and we really focus on that infrastructure that helps you answer these questions so that you don't have to focus on the mechanics of pulling data and cleaning it up and doing all this stuff every time you want to be able to answer that question. Analytics, on the other side, is all about rolling up your sleeves and answering complex questions. We can help you with that, but again, it's really about getting that infrastructure in place so that you can do it repeatedly. So let's talk a little bit more about business intelligence and what we're offering. At Blue Moon, we have two elements of our service. We have business intelligence as a service that we offer to our external customers, and we have business intelligence as a supporting function that enables the operations of our day-to-day activities as an agency. So let's run through this together. Who are our customers for BI as a service? We're really focused on those customers contracted with Blue Moon. We're selling them services focused on performance reporting, digital transformation, and process improvement. And when we deliver this is really on a project-to-project basis, or it's a program of multiple consecutive or concurrent projects building towards a larger purpose. Where do we step in? Really everywhere that there's data. So we work with all of your source systems that are collecting that information, your intermediate systems where we aggregate that and turn it into information that can be used. And then ultimately where the decision needs to be made so we can push that to your phone so that you can answer questions quickly. Why do this? Well, it's all about building tools and systems. We want to help you become more strategic by freeing up your time so you don't have to do these things that can be a little methodical and mechanical. Business intelligence as a supporting function really focused on those internal teams. So operations, where we need to see dashboards, a pipeline to help us manage the delivery of our services as an organization. And that's on an ongoing basis. Could be daily, could be at the month close, weekly updates as you need. There, we're really focused on financial reporting, operations, sales, HR, managing partnerships, and providing a summary of performance to the executive team. This helps us create a single source of truth and really focuses on automating those repetitive tasks. So, how do we position these services? At the root, we have three basic products that we sell. The first is an hourly business intelligence implementation retainer. We help our customers chart their course through new territory, solve problems that they haven't encountered before, or that we don't have an exact solution for that need to be worked through. It's all about creating a tailored solution for their data environment. That's an hourly implementation. We'll pull together a scope, set some expectations around what we're going to deliver and the time it will take to do so, and then we work with the customer to get that done. The second product is a monthly recurring revenue retainer. In these types of scenarios, what they really need is a strategic guide who's been there, done that, knows where the pitfalls are going to be and what to look out for. So we provide strategic guidance to customers to help them transform their BI capabilities on a longer term. So we'll have a set number of hours each month where we can engage. And the priority is to find areas of opportunity to add value, figure out where can we move things forward next, implement good data governance strategies so that we can continue to help you get the most out of your data. And it turns into a long-term engagement where we're both successful. The third is a fixed fee deliverable. So these are the cases where we have done this a lot. We have a really well-documented solution for a very well-defined problem. And we can do this with a high level of certainty that we can answer most of what you're going to need within a certain amount of time on a fixed schedule. So we charge an upfront fee. We work through the implementation, help the customer understand how to customize that solution at the tail end. And usually what we provide will answer 80, 90% of the questions they might have. And this is typically what we've developed for our performance marketing solutions to support internal agency teams. Let's talk about roles. Who's on the team and what are they doing? Well, we have, from a high level, 3 roles that are in the weeds day to day. We've got a business consultant. These folks manage our customer relationships. They collect the requirements and understand what is it you're trying to accomplish. Ultimately, they're going to be the ones that are going to tell a story with your data. They teach our customers how to use that data to maximize value. The next role on the team is a technical consultant. These are the folks who help us connect to your data sources. They build and maintain data pipelines to move information from one place to the next, transforming it along the way to get it into a state where you can use that to help answer questions. And ultimately perform the data validation to make sure that what we've connected, transported, and transformed still is correct back to the source system. The third role is this project and program management function. These folks are mapping out project and program delivery plans, making sure that we're well aligned on a schedule and level of effort to complete a project, and helping the team stay on track with our timeline and our budget for delivery. They help manage scope and ultimately communicating what's it all for, what's the big picture. I've included this next one, hybrid and specializations, because we often have folks on the team that are wearing multiple hats. Someone may be a BC and a TC. Someone may be both the project manager and the business consultant. Ultimately, we're flexible in how we staff up our projects to make sure that we're meeting the requirements that these roles dictate and being as flexible as we can with the folks that we put into these seats. Finally, management support provides implementation strategy oversight, really help guide things along when we get in tricky situations or encountering something that we just haven't seen before. This is where that art of consulting support comes in, really making sure that we're delivering the best way we know how. And our management support serves as a primary escalation point for our customers. What does a typical engagement look like? From a high level, these are the steps that we typically work through. There are a couple of elements of this that are recursive. They feed back on themselves. And it all builds towards an implementation program that is delivering a finite chunk of work that feeds into a larger project or program. So start off with scoping a solution, get buy-in from the customer and sell that through. We then go through a period of discovery and solution design, making sure that we understand the data sources that we're dealing with, the relationships between these entities, what we're trying to build towards, and outlining a solution that says, here's how we're going to get from A to B to C. Then we make our data connections. We actually connect to the data source, either through Domo's suite of cloud connectors or through another solution, which we'll outline here in a moment. Transform that data to get it to a state where it needs to be based on the requirements we've collected from a customer. And we perform data validation to make sure that we've got everything that we need. And if we don't, we loop back through that until we're in a good spot. Next, we move on to data visualization. Here, we are taking a wireframe of the solution that you've asked for and turning it into a story that answers the questions that you need. Again, performing data validation along the way to make sure that the numbers can be trusted in the final product. Once we have that in place, we work through a launch period of adoption and enablement so that the end user understands how to use this dashboard, how to tell the story, and how to explore that and use it for their purposes. Claim success, we upsell into the next initiative and we start the whole process over again. Next, let's talk about the platforms, networks, third parties, and tools that we're using. Our platform partners are two. We have Domo on one hand and Datorama on the other. We've been working with Domo for 5 years, and we are a 2-year Domo Platform Partner of the Year for implementation services. Datorama is a new solution for us, and we're exploring what that looks like and finding a lot of synergies along the way. The tools that we use on a day-to-day basis are varied. We are lucky to be working with a partner like Domo because they are a full stack business intelligence platform from connection through visualization and driving actions through alerts. But we often find that our customers have an environment that includes some of these tools, and we need to know how to work with them. So we're commonly interfacing with MySQL, Redshift, Cloud Platform, Snowflake, Salesforce, Power BI, etc., using these tools on a regular basis to access our customers' data, get it where it needs to be, transform it into the state that we need it to be in so that ultimately we can tell a good story with their data. Next, let's talk about how we do what we do. It all comes down to this intersection of skills. We need to have a clear understanding of business process and strategy. How does the business work? How does information flow through the business? We need to understand the art of consulting and customer satisfaction. How do we take a project from start to completion and make sure that we've really maximized satisfaction along the way and that they're getting what they need or more than they needed? And how do we build a data pipeline that can do everything that we need it to do in a performant, timely manner? It really takes these types of skills that you may have, and these may be signs that you are suited for business intelligence. And if you are, we want to talk to you. If you like building tools to solve problems, if you like telling stories with your data, or translating technical specifications and requirements into plain English, or vice versa. If you have a high degree of data literacy, or you're just very data curious and you'd like to learn more, or you're driven by this desire to help customers work more strategically, it's likely you are right in the middle of this Venn diagram, and there's a good opportunity for us to work together. The next few slides, we'll talk about some examples of the work that we do on a regular basis. I've highlighted 3 specific types of use cases that we encounter often. First is performance marketing operations. Our agency channel services are offering strategic guidance on how to maximize the value of your marketing channels. We help support that effort by providing business intelligence reporting that will help you summarize your performance, slice things by channel, campaign, product, tactics so that you can see an integrated view of how this all fits together. Want to help you visualize the impact to the customer journey. Codify any opportunities that you'd like to take action on. We work with our teams to say, what should we be paying attention to? What's something that we would like to trigger an action and not the type of thing we want to have to go figure out or filter anew every single time. Let's just bake that right in the dashboard so we can hone in on that opportunity to take action. And then finally, setting some alerting thresholds. When we're approaching our total budget spend, we should be able to get an alert on our phone so we can take action quickly. The whole goal is no surprises. Next, we commonly work with our customers to help support financial reporting. Here, we start by connecting to their general ledger, and we work with them to understand what type of controls need to be put in place so that we can finely tune who has access to this information by line item. Then we help them visualize their profit and loss statement, their balance sheet, their accounts receivables, their payables. We measure performance to goals and monitor trends when we're exceeding or falling behind those goals. We work on improving operations to help streamline your month close process so we can get through that in a more timely manner, and ultimately make this information available so that it can be integrated with other reporting from marketing, sales, and operations. Third, we commonly work with professional services organizations. In these use cases, the main goal is to focus on visualizing the whole lead to cash pipeline, from all of the efforts at the top of funnel that are used to generate lead activity down to when an opportunity closes and then needs to be serviced by the operations team. We use this pipeline and data about the folks in your organization to create and help them manage an FTE plan, to inform hiring and capacity and services, help them visualize how and where to allocate resources to opportunities, maximize the utilization and profitability of resources across a book of projects, and ultimately look for opportunities to take advantage of free capacity that hasn't been used. Finally, setting up some controls for project compliance so we can make sure that we're doing things the way they need to be done. A few quick tips to help you take the next steps in your journey with BI. You may be asking yourself, wow, this is amazing. Where can I learn more? How can I pursue training? I think the first step is just to reach out. We have a relationship with both Domo and Datorama, and there's some foundational training opportunities in both if you'd like to better understand what the platform can do and what you can do with the platform. Next, we commonly see requests for 3 areas. Internal reporting needs. I have something I'm doing that I would love to not do anymore. Let's build a solution so that we can get that done. We'll provide a link to a support ticket format where you can submit that request, and we'll help get that in the queue to develop that for you. Next, you have an existing customer that's either receiving some of our channel reporting and there's a problem that needs to be resolved quickly, or you have an existing customer that you'd like to sell in a new service for. In both cases, the ticketing system is going to be your friend as well. We'll provide the link there. Finally, if you just want to chat about how you might support an existing project or prospect, we'd love to lay out what you're doing, what we can do, and what it would take to get there. So happy to schedule a conversation. Thanks for your time and for listening to our presentation of Business Intelligence 101. Look forward to working with you. If you have any questions or would like to talk about next steps, please just reach out and we'll get that started.